Hello runners, hope all of you are doing well. This is Coach Bala here. Congratulations first on finishing MISO 1. Can you believe it? We all just started our training season and 2 weeks of warm-up finish, and before you know, 3 weeks, first 3 weeks of our first MISO cycle is done. Pretty incredible, guys. I know I say this every week, but every week you guys deserve it, which is crossing yet another week of training. Never an easy thing to do, and you all have done it. On behalf of all our coaches, the entire management staff, this is what we live for. Looking at our runners cross week after week of these hurdles and then doing better and better and becoming better. That's our, call it, salary for doing what we are doing. So thank you for giving us our wages, and congratulations. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can see what that is the Camelback Mountain right behind me. You can see that it's a very famous sort of landmark. And we came, 16 of us came here for a weekend of golfing, and it's our marquee sort of experience. A lot of runners. Coach Ani is with me. A lot of our RSWB runners are there. And most of our runners turned golfers, golfers turned runners, so it's all converging. And it's been this every year we do 2 times, just with friends. We call it the golfcation, golf and vacation together, and we do all kinds of amazing things. What is life without having these kind of happy moments, isn't it? And we optimize for happiness every year. And Scottsdale is a very, very, very beautiful place when you come in the winters. And it's, I would say, a golf optimized location too. And it's great. So for this weekend, I really am excited for the messages for this weekend. So I have 3 announcements, exciting announcements, and 1 important message. So let me start off with the first important message, which is pain. Now, you all have done 5 weeks, and there is, I'm sure many of you are experiencing some niggles here and there, especially new runners, some niggles here and there, some pain here and there. And you guys are, some people are having knee issues, some people are having different ankle issues, etc. So the question is, what do we do about it? How do we think about it? So let me address that today. First of all, having pain, as they say in the running parlance, pain is gain. So without pain, there is no running. And in fact, it's not a very macho way of saying this. I'm not talking just because you have to have pain, you have to endure it, etc. It's not about that. Pain is the way body is actually recovering. So what is really happening? Let's start with, the basic thought process first. So what is happening here, guys, is as you're running, let's assume you have 100 muscle fibers in your calf muscle. And as you're running, as you're putting load, especially sustained load, however structured the training is, when you're putting on the structured load, some fibers tear, break down. Now, this is what causes pain, that kind of a soreness, a little bit of pain here and there. That's one reason for the pain. So when those muscle fibers break, that pain trigger, that swelling trigger, gets the body into action of repair mode. And when the repair mode, what it does is first it mends let's say the 10 out of the 100 muscle fibers that got torn, it first fixes that. And then the next thing it does is it realizes that, for whatever reason 100 is not enough, let me add and manufacture 10 more fibers so that strengthen that area. That addition of 10 more fibers is what is called as training effect. This is what we are really training for. And this training effect is what makes us run better and longer and faster as we train, because our musculoskeletal system is getting more and more strengthened. That's really the idea here, guys. So pain is the beginning of the training effect process, and probably that's the reason why that pain is gain is something that has come up. So that is one way of looking at a trigger of pain. I would call it more a soreness that happens, and we just live with it, and hopefully slowly and steadily soreness will reduce. Not that it'll completely go away, because even now, let's say I run a 20-mile run, I will have soreness, a little pain here and there. And just live with it. Just make sure you have the proteins right after the run, about 45 minutes after the run. In that way, you help in building the muscle fiber creation process. So that is one way of looking at it. The second way of looking at pain is when you are in this kinetic motion of running. There are a bunch of muscles that we will discuss in a different message, but there are a bunch of muscles almost from your neck to your foot that comes into play. We call these set of muscles the kinetic chain. So the kinetic chain muscles, think of it as a chain. Now, as you all know, the strength of a chain is its strength of its weakest length, right? Similarly, the entire kinetic chain, not all muscles are fully developed or ready to take on the load that it should take when you're running, unfortunately, because many of us are not professionals, many of us haven't even run before. So what happens is, it's almost like, imagine a lake. The lake surface is calm and it looks like a glass. But let's assume that we have a pump and we start pumping the water out of the lake. So when that happens, as you pump water away from the lake, what happens? Some rock or some protrusion starts coming out of the water. It's almost like the water level initially was submerging all these protrusions, but as the water level went down, something kept coming out like an iceberg. A little bit out, it has come out. And imagine you have this giant saw and you cut off those protrusions, and again the lake became flat. But when you continue to drain the water, you will see more and more protrusions come up. Yeah, this exactly is the imagery that I want you to have when you think about the kinetic chain. So what happens in a kinetic chain during running is the weakest link of kinetic chain first gets overloaded and it creates a pain. Or in other words, it is akin to the water level going down, and as it goes down, the first protrusion that comes out is the weakest link of the kinetic chain. And so now you say, holy God, pain is there in my, let's say, thighs, because maybe that was your weakest link. Then the body goes, training effect happens, thigh becomes good because more muscles have been formed there. Then you run again, then you have a butt muscle pain. That's the next weakest link. Butt muscle gets rectified a little later after some time. Then knee starts, then calf muscle. So the pain is in different portions of the kinetic chain, but really it is just that we are strengthening the weakest link of the chain. So the more you do this, the more you keep doing it, more and more weakest links are getting strengthened, and as a result, you are able to overall increase the strength of the chain, or in other words, your kinetic chain itself is getting better, and hence your training effect is getting better, and you are getting better as a runner. So that is the second way of looking at it. So why this is important is especially for new runners. When you look at knee pain, very common pain for new runners is knee pain or an ankle pain or a shin split. We'll discuss all of this later. Just know the names: knee pain, ankle pain, or a shin split. Common three pains for new runners. The reason that happens is that the kinetic chain above these pain areas are not fully developed. But knee or ankle are developed because it is being used a lot before in regular life. As a result, the parts above the knee is not taking the load of the kinetic chain. So knee takes a lot more load. And knee being a very complicated joint, or an ankle being a complicated joint, or shin becoming one of the most important bone that takes a whole impact load as well as your body load, it creates some pain there. So you need to understand, especially young runners, new runners, when you have knee pain, you need to understand that you need to do some support, for these areas, for allowing the weakest link above these areas to get strengthened and take its share of the load. So that's why we recommend Power Find. Please go to Runner's Eye website, go to the gear section. We have provided you our thoughts on knee strap and ankle strap as well. Power Find is a German company It's actually a medical grade knee support, the absolute best. Trust me, guys, I have tried everything. Nothing comes even close to the quality of support that Bala Find knee strap provides, and everyone should have it. Even if you have a little bit of a pain, have it, have the support. Idea here is wait for the other parts of the kinetic chain to get strengthened up, and later on you might not need it. For instance, I never use my knee strap these days, but I couldn't run without a knee strap in early days. Now I have some ankle issue when I run a little longer. Maybe age is catching up on me, but I always run with an ankle strap just as a protective measure. Bala Find, a little expensive, but you're talking about your health, you're talking about your long-term health, so don't even think twice, just buy it. Okay, so that is the second way of looking at pain. The third way of looking at pain is the real pain. That means some injury is happening. So you can't ignore it. You can't just think that pain is gain, and if you ignore it, you are into serious trouble. So the way I would explain the third portion is, think of on a scale of 1 to 10. If the pain is less than, if a 10 is like excruciating sort of fracture level pain, then on a scale of 1 to 10, if it is less than 5, it is more soreness. And if that less than 5 is there right after the run and it starts going down, that is in the pain is gain mode. If it is 5 to 7, 7.5, and the pain is not going down after the run, let's say one day after the run, something is brewing. You got to keep an eye on it. You got to take some precautionary measure, like the knee strap I told you, or doing a massage, or a cold therapy, putting ice, a ton of ice on it, etc. You have to do that. Maybe even check out with a doctor, because you can't ignore it, because it's 5 to 7.5 and it is not going down. Anything above 7.5, shut it down. Unfortunately, you have to shut down the runs, miss a couple of days of training. You don't have to run with pain. You have to go to the doctor, see if there is some damage that has happened to the tissues, bones, etc. That's the way, a simple way of looking at pain. Less than 5, soreness. 5 to 7.5, orange. 7.5 and above, red. Green, orange, red in pain management. Okay, that's how you'll think about it. So that's what it is, guys, about today, pain management. And before I tell the 3 messages I want to give you in terms of announcements, this is where I'm walking towards the Camelback Mountain, all alone. Some very exclusive place, very nice place actually, cactus and such. Recommend Arizona as one of, Scottsdale especially, as one of your vacation spots, winter time. Of course, summer, don't even come close to this place. But it's a very, very nice place, and see some sunrise coming up. God is great. Okay, 3 very exciting announcements. First one, yesterday we closed the donation for Lava campaign. And Lava was one of our junior runners. Lava was one of our senior RHWB runner. 7-8 seasons with us, multiple full marathons, an incredible human being, and was with us in many different sort of excursions and treks and such. The latest of which was, we were in Ecuador together. Almost 40 of us were there, of which 25-30 of us were RHWB runners. A great human being who believed in giving more than take. Family of runners. And he finished his 20-mile run, and then next day, just out of something happened, like just medically some issues was not there, were not checked, or we didn't realize it was under the radar, and then he passed away out of a sudden blow to the family, to all of us. Now comes the other side. When this happens to a family, we say that RHWB is a family. So when this happens to a family, what does family do? We support. Hey, hi. Oh, my cutie dogs are here. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, thank you too. So what does the family do? Family takes care of each other. That's what is the definition of family. So we at RSWB, we always say we are family, right? So a bunch of us said, how can we help? And as one way to help is being an emotional support and all that, which is very important to the family. But we also wanted to leave a legacy of helping. And we had RSWB Events, an umbrella organization that we have, a sister organization of RSWB, which is a legitimate 501c3 non-profit organization. So we launched a project to help support education for his second daughter, Sanjana, who is in her second year medical school. Medical school is expensive in the US. And it's not as if the family was like, GoFundMe kind of situation. It was not that. But it was more like, we as family, we want to do something that is tangible, that is impactful, and our help can support and impact many more lives. And what better way than giving and taking part in the gift of education for a budding doctor. So that's how it started. And 2 months of campaign, first time we're launching a campaign like this. We didn't know where we'll end. We had no idea what our target would be. People came together. 70 donors. 90% of them don't even know the family or the runner. They just did it because that's what family does. And we just closed the campaign yesterday. We're so happy to tell all of you, we crossed $50,000 for the family. That could cover at least a year of education. And we all should be very proud of this, guys. Very touching. It lifted my soul, lifted all our souls. Just saw that running and giving, we know, is very close to each other. In fact, I'll talk about this in one other episode. Running and giving is very, very close to each other. A lot of charity is based on running. So I just want to say thank you, guys. Thanks for showing who you really are. And thanks for just supporting a noble campaign. And we'll do more of this. Maybe 1 or 2 campaigns every year. We'll pick it up. And we'll also launch something where I want to get some ideas from all of you. What are the things we can do? The umbrella for RSWB events is Aspire, Inspire, Perspire. Aspire, Perspire, Inspire. So anything that takes a project where a big aspirational goal, work hard for it and get it, and as a result inspire many fellow human beings, that is RSWB events for you. And we'll open up a formal way of seeking ideas. And the board member there are board members there for the RSWB events. They'll come together and they will select 1 or 2 projects for the year. That's how it's going to roll. Okay. So again, thank you everybody. Thanks for making all our days, and thanks for making a real impact for our fellow runners family. Thank you. The second announcement I want to make, a super exciting announcement, and we've been thinking about it for some time, but this time we're really launching it, is this notion of annual retreat, RHWB annual retreat. The goal is every year, think of it as like a convention. Every year we'll have 1 weekend of freaking amazing fun, family fun. So this time we've zoned in on a date, September 21st. I'll send you dates. 60 folks max we can accommodate. Families included, kids especially are included. A weekend of boondoggle fun and conference, running related stuff. Friday afternoon we'll all meet in this beautiful campsite in the Poconos Mountain, the East Coast in Pennsylvania. A wonderful campsite with a lovely accommodation. We come together, Friday night, campfire party, all of Saturday activities, Saturday night campfire party, Sunday morning breakfast and leave. Boarding, lodging, everything included. The theme of this retreat is Olympics. So 60 of us, 4 captains, 15 each, unisex, mixed up kids, men, women together. And there will be multiple games with points conducted. Games means what? Don't think too like not Olympic games, but I'm talking about think like tug of war or a spoon lemon contest, that type of stuff. And there's a lot of interesting games, as you know. We'll also do a 5K run together. We'll have a yoga workshop, a meditation workshop, a campfire in the evening. All food taken care of, lodging taken care of in a decent accommodation, and all of us together. Hopefully this will go into a big annual function that all of us can look forward to, and hopefully a lot more people from out of New Jersey can also come and enjoy the weekend, and we bond more, which is the mission statement of RHWB, as you all know. And we want to do this. $300 per person for the entire thing, everything included. First come, first serve. I'll launch it shortly. Please be on the lookout. By 15th of February, we should be finalizing it. So guys, I really want you to consider this seriously. And if you can make it, you should absolutely come. Trust me, you'll have a great time. We'll all have a great time. That's my announcement number 2. RHWB's annual retreat. We'll have to figure out a good name for it. Then the third announcement, equally exciting, is, see, RHWB, I always told you, it's not just about running. Running is just a start. So many things we can do together. That's how golfing came. That's how trekking came. Some, various things came. Parties, music, so many things we did together. So let me add one more to this exciting list of possibilities. Soccer. RHWB's soccer coaching event we're kickstarting. We have a professional soccer coach who is also a runner, who is a son of one of India's top footballer who represented India, and who was, I think, a captain of the Chandrasekhar. So his son Sudhir, who's a long-term runner with us, he said, hey, I want to give, and I've been coaching. I'm a kind of a professional coach. He's also played soccer at a decent level. He said, let me coach online. So the goal is he's going to give 10 weeks of soccer training. Basically what it is he'll send videos, and it's meant for amateurs like me. And you just follow the video and just do a little bit of dribbling practice. I don't even know, so I can't even tell you what are the things he will tell. But essentially, as promised, it's meant for brand new amateurs who just wants to get introduced to this beautiful game, soccer. And the outcome is we will do one weekend in Edison, New Jersey. We will have a matchup, a unisex match, where two teams will just compete in a friendly match after 8 weeks of soccer training, and have a fun soccer match. So that's the goal. Soccer coaching coming your way. Send you more feedback, more information. I want all of you to seriously consider this. Get out of your comfort zone. He promised me the risk of injury and etc. is 0%, because it's going to be a very minimally, just a kick-starting. It's not meant for kids who are in the soccer team in their schools. It's meant for more like people like me who would always wanted to do but never knew how to do this. And here we have an online version of this. So I want you all to check it out. We'll send you more information, and then we go from there. Okay, so I know today's message was a little longer, but a lot of content. Pain is everything. The way you think about pain is more important, and I gave you 3 ways of looking at it, and then 3 important announcements. Thank you for supporting the Lava campaign. Think about the retreat, RHWB retreat that's coming up, and then finally the soccer coaching possibility. Thank you guys. Continue training, and let me get back to golfing. Take care.